India. Currently holds 43 million youths, representing 60% of world workforce. 84% of them are educated. But only 34% are employable and productive. 84% educated. 34% skilled. What is the difference between educated and skilled? The answer is simple. Educated are the ones who have successfully acquired knowledge through college degrees and courses, while skilled are the ones who have the ability to implement this knowledge in real-life conditions and turn out productive to nation. Hence the need today is not just academic education, but also to build the right skill set. Education and academic learning fills the human tank with knowledge. But how much of it can the person implement and bring productivity is called skill. And to pump this knowledge from the well to the world, we need a force. And this force is called as cognitive skills. Watch this historical chariot race to understand what exactly cognitive skill means. Here is a rich man who has acquired 4 best horses, and each horse represents your individual abilities. One horse represents your ability to grasp information and send it to the brain from our 5 sense organs. This is called attention ability. The second horse represents the ability to structure this information in a meaningful way, so that it can be easily retrieved when required. This we call it as memorizing ability. The third horse represents ability to take decisions based on the analysis of the stored information and the current situation in front of you. This we call analytical or problem-solving ability. And finally, the fourth horse represents your ability to convey exactly what you want to say to others, clearly, positively, and without any confusion. This we call as communication ability. But to win the game called life, you need a man who can coordinate and collaborate all these abilities together in a proper way, so that the 4 abilities, when used together, should always add up, but never should contradict with one another, which makes it get negated or subtracted. The skill needed here is to precisely control the use of these 4 abilities in collaboration with the other, so that they all move together as one great ability, and this ability is what we call as the productive skill of a person or an individual. How do we achieve this? How can any man become a judo benha and win the chariot race called life, keeping himself cool, happy, and stress-free under any circumstances? Meet Dr. Adi Bracy, a clinical neuropsychologist at Indianapolis. He conducted 25 years of research to find out the best way to bring out this ability in youths to achieve 100% coordination between their cognitive abilities. From his research, he found that this needs to be addressed right at the age of around 8, as they are about to enter into the pre-adolescence stage. Adi Bracy research observed that a child never gets tired watching Mickey Donald, enjoys Batman, never gets bored with X-Men, always wants to watch St. while when you tried to show Albert Einstein, Sir Isaac Newton, Rutherford, or Marconi stories, they get stressed and fail to concentrate. Cartoons are joy, while academics are pain. Cartoons are heaven, while academics are hell. He analyzed all the cartoon stories, and the fictional characters, that keeps the child happy, and found one thing in common. The common factor was that, you had a fictional character, which is small, or humble, like Jerry, a mouse, and the other, was a big and ferocious villain, like Tom the cat. Every episode, Jerry poses a challenge to Tom, and Tom poses a challenge to Jerry, and the way Jerry overcomes that challenge, and wins, was the factor that made the child mind glued to the cartoon shows for hours together. He analyzed that every game, every cartoon, and every story that attracted children had one common tagline: pose a challenge, and show the child how it is overcome. Today any game, or any cartoon, has the same concept, where you have a challenge, and the child either wants his favorite character to do it on cartoon, or he himself wants to do it on a game. With this analysis, Dr. A.D. Bracey decided to make academics and learning as funny and joyful as a cartoon, and with this mission, he developed a program called Challenging Our Minds. Challenging Our Minds does not teach any subject or convey any information. It is just a simple exercise for children to learn how to coordinate all their 4 cognitive abilities together to make learning easier. They are just simple games, similar to the ones children love to play or watch. The game is also a mental exercise for the mind to make it develop cognitive skills and its collaboration. Just like an athlete or a sports person needs everyday exercise to build muscles, every student who wants to acquire knowledge needs to do special brain exercises, and these brain exercises are what we call the Challenging Our Minds program. Research has shown that the child who takes these exercises does not feel strained, but enjoys it, just like any other simple computer game. But the difference is, here the child, in its thirst to win the challenge, runs its cognitive skills at full throttle, and by doing so, over a period of time, the child develops better ability to coordinate between what it knows, what it has to know, and how to use it. In simple terms, learning in a children is a process of 2 A's: assimilate and accommodate. Assimilate means relate anything it learns new with the one that it has already learned, and grasp it with less stress and effort. Accommodate is to change what it has already learned to suit the new learning challenge. Challenging Our Minds exercises builds both these skills in children, thereby increasing their grasping and knowledge retention power. Our Vedic stories also stands as a best example that acquisition of knowledge is more dependent on the cognitive skills of a student than the teaching capability of the teachers. One best example is this story of a boy in a forest. He wanted to protect his loving deers from wild animals. As a child, to fight the wild animals that attacked his loved deers, he started to learn archery. First he practiced his aim to shoot an animal in sight. And later, when the terrain of the forest made him difficult to see the animal, he then concentrated the ambient conditions of the forest, which is the sound. He guessed the animal based on its sound direction, and also was able to gaze the wind speed based on the leaves blowing and the ambient wind sound. While most of the students concentrate only on the prime focus of their challenge, this boy showed that focusing on the ambience around the focus point is equally important, and that made him acquire the title as the greatest archer and warrior of his times. named after this epic character, which is the symbol of cognitive learning. In Indian mythology, we, the Ekalavya Education Services, in collaboration with Challenging Our Minds, are presenting some of the best mind skill development programs and tasks, which can increase the attention level, grasping level, memory, and decision-making levels in children, thereby helping them make their academic career stress-free, also reducing the teaching stress level of teachers. If the attention and cognitive levels of students are increased, automatically it reduces the effort of the teacher to make the child understand the subject, and also reduces the stress level among the students. For more information and demo, please contact Ekalavya Education Services at www.ekalavya.com.